Hey everybody, today we're going to figure out what our body type is without using measurements. Are you a rectangle, hourglass, pear, or an apple body shape? I'm a visual person, so I prefer to look at a picture and determine what my body shape is rather than using measurements. But if you want to figure out your body shape using measurements, Erin Busby has a great video where she walks you through how to measure yourself to determine your body shape, and I will link Erin's video in the description box below. First, I want to say that every body is beautiful, and for me it's important to know what my body shape is because then I can use style tips to dress for my body shape so that my clothes look better. It's important to know your body shape so that you can choose the clothing that is going to look best on you and you're just going to look fabulous. Have you ever put an outfit on, looked in the mirror, and just thought that, it's not looking so good on me? Probably because what you were wearing maybe wasn't for your particular body shape. I'm an apple shape, which means that I carry most of my weight in my middle section. So for an example, if I was to put low-rise jeans on, that would look like a disaster because it would fall below my belly and I would look like Santa Claus. All you would see is my belly. So for me, I always opt for high-rise pants. So that's just one example of how knowing my body shape has helped me to choose better when I'm shopping for clothes. So if you can imagine when you're looking at the 4 different body shape types, the rectangle, the hourglass, the pear, or the apple, if you can sort of transpose those images over your body, it quickly becomes apparent what your body shape is. So again, for me as an apple body shape, I want to detract from my stomach. So I want to opt for V-necks. I want the eye drawn up to this area. Makes it look like I have a longer neck. I actually have a very short neck. I have a round face. But when I elongate this area, my face looks a little slimmer. If you can find a top like with a pattern in, nothing too big like palm trees or anything like that, for me, that would not be flattering. But this plaid top is quite flattering when you have a larger belly like I do. So as you can see from this photo from probably, I think 10 years ago when I was in Sedona, I was working out with a trainer. I wasn't at my ideal weight, but I wasn't far from it. But you can still see I do have a little bit of a pouch in the belly area. And even when I'm, at my thinnest at 130, 135 pounds, I still do have a larger belly than the other parts of my body. So I like to keep things simple. I just find when you get into math and things get complicated, it's just, I like things easy to look at and say, yep, that works. So let's go over the 4 body types. We're gonna go over the first one quickly because probably nobody watching my videos is a rectangle. Maybe you are a rectangle and I thank you so much for being here. A rectangle has few curves. They're more straight up and down. The shoulder and hip width is pretty equal. There's no waist definition and they look like a rectangle. So that's like nice, long, lean, tall models. When they put weight on, it is distributed proportionately. They have long legs. They're tall. Think of a model. So a rectangle basically doesn't have many curves. They may have a waist, but the curves aren't really defined. Famous rectangle body shapes are Nicole Kidman, Cameron Diaz, and Kendall Jenner. So the second body shape is an hourglass. And whenever I think of an hourglass, I immediately think of Marilyn Monroe. The hips and bust measurements are equal. They have a really nice defined waist. When they put weight on, it is distributed proportionately. If you look top heavy because of your larger bust, you're probably an hourglass. And if you look like some of these famous hourglass body shapes like Marilyn Monroe, Sofia Vergara. An hourglass, isn't that what men always, their ideal body shape that they dream about with women? So the next body shape is an apple, and that's me. So the shoulders and bust on an apple are usually larger than the hips. Heavy on the top with broad shoulders. The midsection is where the bulk of the weight goes. And I do have broad shoulders even when I'm thinner. Usually the arms and the legs are slimmer than the rest of the body, and those are some of the features that you want to showcase. When an apple gains weight, it first goes to the belly and to the chest. Yes, I can totally attest to that. So apple people, we are in good company. Some famous apples are Adele, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Queen Latifah. The pear body shape, the hips are wider than your shoulders and bust. You have a small bust, narrow shoulders, and wide hips. Your legs are more muscular looking. When you gain weight, it goes to your thighs, your hips, and your butt. So you are a pear if your bottom half is more voluminous. So your legs, your thighs, and your butt are more prominent than the rest of your body. So you're in very good company too. Some famous pears are Kim Kardashian, J-Lo, and Kristen Davis. So sort of using these visuals whenever you're looking at your body, I just think that it's very helpful to quickly see what your body type is, and then you're gonna know when you go shopping, you know, what works for your body type. Now, I would say the majority of my audience, I took a poll a while ago and it was heavily apple shape. It had some pears, not a lot of pears, and a few hourglasses. So that's why I mainly talk about apple body shapes, because that is my body shape. I'm most familiar with it. But I certainly am open if there's enough interest. If anybody wants me to dive deeper into any of the other body shapes, I'm happy to make a video on that in the future. Really, really freeing whenever you know what to look for in clothes whenever you go shopping. Like I talked about earlier, as an apple body shape, I want to have high-waisted pants. That's way the pants, they're kind of hiding the belly area, because if I was to wear low-waisted, the belly would show. It's the same thing like with tops. You want to always bring attention to the top area of the body. So once you know what shape you are, it's gonna be fairly simple for you to figure out the outfits that are gonna look best on you. In the meantime, go and check out this video, 9 clothing hacks to look tall and thinner. Who doesn't want to look tall and thinner? I do. I'll see you over at that video. Take care.